Here we go, grey day on Derwent Water, South End, Kettlewell car park. I spy cat bells in the background there. That's to the west. It's a drizzly day, but not a cold day. And looking north, bottom end of Skiddaw, Blencathra, Saddleback, which you can't quite see in the mist. We've come here because basically it's the calmest part of the lake. Bit of a southwest wind, should get a good paddle here. Like I say, drizzly, but not in the least bit cold. A few swans there. There are apparently some sea otters, or otters rather, on Derwent. Can't say I've ever seen one, but we may see some. There are plenty of tame ducks which are used to getting fed. Anyway, looking forward to a great British paddle on Derwent Water. So once you've finished paddling, if you walk over to Lodore Falls, Lodore Falls actually is a 10-minute walk. So across the road from Kettlewell car park, you'll see a sign, go off to the right, and that will take you 10 minutes to the bottom of Lodore Falls. That's either very spectacular or quite spectacular, depending on how much water has fallen from the sky recently. And then if you're a little bit more energetic, carry on, you can scramble up the path to the side of the falls. It brings you onto a nice, more established path. Walk around there, keep climbing up so you're level or parallel to the stream. Then you'll see the track divides, go to the left, and there's a crag here just to the left. Just keep that on your left hand side, keep winding round, and eventually you move away from the little gully that the falls are in, and it brings you down this nice little forest track. It starts moving downhill. I suspect it'll end up somewhere near Kettlewell again. We'll follow that in a minute. For the time being, we're just going to climb up this crag, and we should be rewarded with a really nice view. So as you were, if you climb up that bank I just indicated, you can see quite in front of you, there's a little grassy tree type knoll. In front of you you'll see a bit of a cliff edge. There's a fence there, so you're not going to walk over the cliff. If you scramble up onto that, you're rewarded by quite a nice view. But where we are is right above the Lodore Hotel, and we've wound round back on where we started. So we started literally behind the hotel, came up the falls, round back on ourselves. But the view we can see is the entrance to the Derwent river, which we paddled down in that direction, the south end of the lake, which I paddled on, the islands we paddled round, a little bit shallow round there, but just be aware of it in terms of rudders. Well, since July now, even though it's grey, and that you can see there in the middle of the screen now is the bay where we paddled from. So that's where Kettlewell car park is. So it really covers all of this morning's paddle. Anyway, we'll carry on and make our way back down that path, and we should end up back at Kettlewell, but watch this space. Okay, just to finish off that walk we didn't actually end up back at Kettlewell car park. We actually did a zigzag down the hill and end up basically where we started. So if you visited the falls, go off to the right, have a look at the falls, depending on whether they're in spate, depends how spectacular they are. You can either scramble up the bank, well, walk up the bank, or backtrack a little bit and go up the path, which goes adjacent to the stream, then cuts away to the left, as we said, goes up to the top of that little crag. Nice viewpoint, then it brings you back down again, zigzags back down to the bottom of Lodore Falls again, and then from there we walked back along the path. Okay, just to round off today, what you can see in front of you is St Herbert's Island, and that's an island in the middle of Derwent water. I'm looking north. It's still a bit grey day. I mean, today it was good, then it got a bit grey, then it got a bit blowy, which was interesting on the paddleboard. But as you've seen, we parked at Kettlewell car park, National Trust car park, £4.50 for 2 hours, £7.50 for all day, and if you're a member, £75 a year, it's free. So I've been a member of National Trust, just use their car parks for about 40 years. Anyway, so we set off, 2 paddleboards, turned left, went into the River Derwent. It gets a bit shallow after about 2k, so we came back with the flow, then did a left, crossed over to the other side of the lake, on the south side of the lake. It's about 700, 800 metres depending on the line and the wind, and then I went up the west side of the lake, up sort of level with Cat Bells really, to St Herbert's, across, and then back again. That's going to be about 9 or 10k depending on how many of the bays you take in. Now in the Derwent, the River Derwent, didn't see any otters. A lot of these islands are called Otter this and Otter that, so there's lots of mention of otters, and there's lots of holts, and they're the nest holes that you see in the riverbank. So lots of evidences of otters living here, but none seen. Didn't see any romps or bevies. That's a collective noun for otters apparently. Anyway, really it's quite a nice view, isn't it? Anyway, so after that we came back, had a cup of tea, and then had a walk to Lodore Falls. Not particularly spectacular, not a great deal of rain at the moment, so we scrambled up the side, or we could take the track as you've seen. An hour's circular walk, very pleasant walk. We could have checked the map beforehand, but we just sort of interested to see where it came out. Nice circular walk back to the Lodore hotel rather. On the way back, stopped off at Mary's Mount, which is a pub, restaurant, hotel, halfway between Lodore Falls and here. Had a nice meal, had a glass of Murphy's to recharge, to replenish my iron levels, and now we're going to head off back to our hotel in the Northern Lakes. A great day's paddling and walking, and that was Great British Paddling and Great British Walking number 6. See you next time.